What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, reviewing today Bloodborne. Games seem to get easier and easier each year, with checkpoints every 10 feet, bosses that die with a single button press, and even DLC that lets you buy bigger guns. Lucky for us, we have From Software, a company that knows a hard game motivates a player to grow better. Welcome to the world of Bloodborne, set in a dark city of Yharnam. In this land there are two kinds of people, those who are dying and those who are already dead. Streets are littered with corpses, chained shut coffins are on every street corner, and blood is just all over the ground. With your first trip into this new environment, you really discover the tone this game is setting. Brutal difficulty is ahead of you. Bloodborne is hard. This may sound like an obvious statement, but I really want to stress this to people who are interested in buying this game. You're gonna die. You're gonna die a lot. In fact, even the opening scene has you being brutally killed by a werewolf before even unlocking your first weapon. The good news is that dying is avoidable, and with the fantastic controls in this game, you're gonna learn fast how to navigate the tough battles ahead of you. If you're used to old school From Software games like Dark Souls or Demon's Souls, there's a few changes to be aware of. First and foremost, the combat is a lot faster. You need to kill as many monsters as possible to earn blood echoes, which are money in this world. You will need to gather all the blood echoes you can to buy potions, upgrade your gear, and have any hope of survival. But unfortunately, if you die, all your blood echoes spill upon the ground, and any nearby creatures that defeated you will automatically absorb them, eating it and gaining their power. To get that money back, you're going to have to go back, find out where you died, find the creatures that killed you, and avenge yourself. By killing them, you earn back all of your money. This is such a cool way of forcing the player to play offensively, and not just try and sneak around in the shadows. Something that helps the combat system be slightly more forgiving is the regain system. You now have the ability when dying to land a series of quick strikes and steal health back, possibly avoiding another death. A mechanic like this really ramps up the tension in a great way because it makes things doubly terrifying. You're no longer scared of trying to stay in a fight and dying, now you're afraid of running away, losing out on some missed health, and end up dying to another foe instead. If you are someone who used shields a lot in Dark Souls, you're going to be shocked to learn that they have been removed in Bloodborne. Instead, you now have the use of guns. In your right hand, you hold your primary melee weapon, while your offhand is reserved for long-range weapons or a torch. Guns are really not effective for actually hurting enemies, but if you fire a well-timed shot, it will stun a foe, leaving them open for a huge hit or, if you need, a time to flee. The combination of quick strikes, gunshots to try and parry, and slow strikes is such an even, fluid mix, and I really like it. It especially works well with the dodge system in this game. One of the other new mechanics that I was really addicted to is transforming weapons. Your standard melee weapon has two forms of which it can be played with. As an example, when I first started out in the game, I wanted a quick, fast, small weapon, but I discovered that whenever I transformed it, the weapon would extend, doing slower, stronger hits that would do a lot more damage but also give me extended range at the cost of much more time required. At any time, you can switch your weapon's form back and forth by tapping L1, adding another layer of complex combat. You really have to learn and master each timing of each attack, especially during the humongous boss fights you're gonna have. One of my favorite Max Book's quotes is, "Patience is the greatest weapon," and these words truly fit this game so well. You can never rush into a fight, you can never fully prepare yourself, but you have to try as much as you can. Your first 20 deaths are probably going to be caused by times when you're charging towards an enemy only to discover he has 4 more friends around the corner. Bloodborne does not hold your hand, it doesn't tell you where to go. Much like real life, the path to victory is a lot more vague, but that's one of the things that's truly beautiful about this game. Learning the city, finding secret paths, trying to survive, all blend together so well into the core and heart of Bloodborne. For those who don't want to play alone, you do have the option of playing multiplayer. You can choose to pay a chalice, a rare form of money in the game, to tackle randomized hyper-difficult dungeons with instant kill traps. These challenge dungeons can be particularly difficult and even daunting, mostly because you can't be prepared for what's around the next corner. You can use the beckoning bell to call forth a player to join you. The ability to call other players in your games is fun, especially during tough boss fights, because the bosses are really hard, and at times it's good to pull another person in. At level 30, you also unlock player versus player combat modes, allowing you to track and kill other players in dungeons. Playing this game both cooperatively, team-based, or even just trying to kill other players off is surprisingly well balanced, but then everything in this game is really well balanced. The gorgeous graphics, the subtle sound design, the incredibly creepy monsters, everything adds up in this game to really fully maximize the power of the PlayStation 4 in a way I have never seen before. The only small flaw I ran into in this game, besides sometimes the overwhelming challenge, is the load times. While you're exploring the game, everything stays well tuned and fluid, but upon death you get stuck on a black screen that just says Bloodborne for about 30 seconds. In a game that has a lot of dying, this can sometimes feel like a slap in the face as you sit there, blood pumping, aching for revenge, staring at a bland title card. It's not the biggest offense, but this break in pace can sometimes be extremely jarring and take you out of a very intense moment in a very harsh way. Overall, this game has a lot to offer, but let's head over to the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving Bloodborne on the PlayStation 4 a 9 out of 10. Great controls, insane combat, a dark story, extreme difficulty, and cool weapons that you want to learn add together for a game worth mastering. If you're up to the challenge, look into this game. Just don't be surprised to see a few hundred deaths in your near future. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This has been DreamcastGuy with another review. If you like this review, share it on Facebook, put it on forums, do what you gotta do. But do me an even bigger favor, like it and keep dreaming. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe check out my last video. Please subscribe, and if you want, share this somewhere with your friends.